Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use his key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? Daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present.
Oh, is it today's birthday?
He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this eat at night. But my fever finally went down, and I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here's to my feverish. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you. Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. There's another lucky department too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I can just use that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Well, since this is the only thing we can really reach.
Yeah, the lighter. Yeah. Uh-oh. How convenient that the phone is not actually connected to any lines.
Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about Mom? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know? All you do is write weird novels.
Damn.
What do you mean, weird? How dare you this part? This, I've never actually seen that word.
Disparage?
Disparage? My romantic expressions. Now you really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? I hate you. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know.
I think that's the point.
Ooh, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but there's a lot of them. But I do know I have to do something about this lady, so Amelie can call.
I think Missile's in the room over.
I mean, it's not like we can get to the room over. Better not put out the lamp right now. We'll only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way.
Drop a rat.
Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in the tale of love, uh, has been moving on at the speed of light. So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, huh? But this won't buy enough time for daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with.
No, not little Stuart.
Well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams.
Oh God.
Batter up! Did you fancy that vintage my whiskered friend?
She just beat the rat with a wine bottle. This lady's not okay.
She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra onto one side too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently.
I don't know. Maybe like in the house or something. This poor rat.
No rats were harmed in the making of this episode.
I think that one's dead.
Oh heavens, a blackout at a crucial time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. The chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills, thank you.
How did she like that exactly?
It's a match.
Yeah, but what did she? What?
She put it in her wine glass.
Wait.
I don't even think she's drinking that. I just think she's holding it to make her feel fancy.
Maybe that's it. So maybe it's not even actually wine. It's just water with red food coloring in it, just to set the atmosphere.
Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't exactly know how the situation came about. I think I owe that rat an apology. Rat seems to be unconscious. It'll take more than that to kill the rat.
That's a tough rat.
But now the room has changed into this. Maybe I can use it somehow.
Must be a tough rat.
Yep.
This poor rat's being abused. Oh, you can turn the crank.
This lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? The poor thing, destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. And that's as far as she can go.
Oh, you're gonna set her hair on fire? Is that what we're gonna do?
What a non-day chandelier. Close, but... God damn it! Such insolence.
You're gonna knock her out?
Nope, you're gonna trap her.
Eek.
Amelie, help me! Mama! I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Ha ha ha. Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. You won't be able to escape on her own. It's a little messed up, but it's fine. Oh! No!
Oh.
What is going on here? Emily, look, do you see this? Help me, please. Sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll have to stay up there, spinning too.
Jeez.
Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. The only trouble is she can't reach it. Guess I'll just have to deliver it to her for her. But that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar to it just recently, didn't I?
At least the least she could do is, well, okay. Oh no, the rat's tail.
Yep. Now I really owe that poor rat an apology. But this might be a really good chance for me too. I have to get that phone to Amelie.
Here we go, yeah. Those candles light really easily.
Yep. Mama! What in the world is going on in here? I'm surprised her hair has not caught on fire.
Yeah, with all that swinging and thrashing about near lit candles.
Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? Only be a minute.
You know.
Ah! Don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Get me down from here!
Well, how convenient.
Hello, Papa?
Emily! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were. No, never mind. It's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate it tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, your mean old mama. I mean your mother. What is she up to right now?
Well, she is certainly up alright. My stubborn mother is kinda tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us too much trouble.
No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. What? Did all the wrinkles in?
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now.
It's all the stress.
All the stress was just blown away.
Dermatologists hate him.
Doctors hate this one easy trick. The job of a justice minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Emily. Good night, sweetheart. All the stress and all the wrinkles just blew away instantly. I was like, this man is not the same man.
Yeah. It's a miracle what living a stress-free life does to you.
It's impressive how much stress can make you age.
I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Hamley. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of justice minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very complicated and very difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them.
I don't think you should be giving your daughter romance novels that are slightly smutty, probably.
I don't think you should be writing them like that close to your daughter, but like,
Well, it's not like she wants to read them anyway.
what? Oh, maybe you better wait until you're a little older for that. Oh, okay. So, Humley, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your own mama, do you think you can let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
Oh, she's out.
Night on this holiest of nights, my deadline. Looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everyone is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the mister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prisoner van.
The least you could do is let her down.
I mean, where's the fun in that?
Fair enough.
The Mister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the Mister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to be still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen.
I just found out my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Mister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe, and yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us?
Ugh.
Yeah, you're right. All the stress lines did disappear.
He's furrowing his face again.
Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives.
I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. The continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist?
That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you?
No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you.
We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea there were the powers of the dead, of ghosts.
Known about what?
We knew about the existence of someone who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right. They don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do? Do they? Tell us more. The rock sing the rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner's hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible?
The plot chickens.
Plot chickens. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory of the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator.
Manipulator, huh?
That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanella has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating someone into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of this kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It was just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that.
My powers certainly don't work on living creatures.
That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? It was the Pixar lamp. He's the true mastermind.
You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it?
I suppose everybody here has the right to know. All right, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanella can hear this too. Something I'd like the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanella, when you first made the report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, the act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Mister.
What's going on? This document, No, I mustn't sign it. Can you just shred it?
I mean,
Oh.
not enough time.
Wait! Don't deliver that document! Wait, he just gave you a verbal order and you ignored it. That's when it started. That's when all my fear, despair, and suffering began. At that time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best.
Some of the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh?
Signing execution orders is part of the Justice Minister's job. At that time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's justice system and judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Mister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something.
Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everybody the truth immediately, I'm moving out.
And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody.
So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain death lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks.
But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from.
Inspector Cabanella. This manipulator is a ghost, a disparted spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What? What'd you say? John, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too.
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
And the
And
nameless
nameless gods in the background, but they don't actually exist.
We only exist as background image.
Exactly.
Spirit, ghosts, gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Just gonna leave him here? Inspector!
This is Lynn. I'm at the park.
We've been waiting for you to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
It looks like your help is needed, Sissel.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Oh, we can talk to him one last time. I knew, actually, right from the beginning,
You what?
that you saved my life. The first time we met tonight,
Oh, that.
when I talked about that miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man. I knew I was talking about me. I hated who I had become. But you helped me appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that of my loving family.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am. And it's all thanks to you. We can take the Detective out before we leave.
Yep. I never saw that coming. Mister was being controlled, huh?
I'm truly sorry, Detective Jowd. I had no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was all for the best. What do you mean? If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed the power existed. After all, you are a realist, right? It just goes to show you, you never know when even the worst things can turn out good. Detective Jowd, I don't know what to say. Alright, Sissel, you'd better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. She's in Temsek Park, eh?
Oh, thought bubble.
I wonder why the inspector and White went running off like that. I'm more concerned about Lynn. She looked really upset. I go see her fast.
Because the detective in white knows knows about the ghost tricks, and now that they're one step closer, they gotta inform the blue people because they're conspirators.
Was she knocked
I actually
over?
don't know. I tapped my bowl.
Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off towards Temsek Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution of orders, even my own death. Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? The plot chickens.
The plot chickens.
I'm debating whether we do another chapter or not, but like
I don't know how long the next chapter is gonna be. That's
it's considered one of the hardest, but like only if you don't know what you're doing.
well,
But
I'm assuming you know it, but at the same time, even if you do know what you're doing, I'm gonna guess it takes a while.
yeah, it does. So thank you so much for riding with us on the dust, and honestly, please make sure to take out your belongings. Make sure you're not being manipulated by a ghost.
You know, remember to value yourself and the family that supports you. Wow, wholesome message at the end.
No one's gonna see that anyways.
All right, nobody watches to the end.